It's been over a decade since Brandon Swanson vanished without a trace. But what happened to him? Let us take a look at the strange case of the missing man who called his parents after his car broke down. On June 10, 2008, Brandon Swanson drove his pickup truck from his home in Minnesota to visit some friends in a nearby town. But around 1:30 a.m., Brandon called 911 after his truck ran out of gas. When the operator asked him where he was, he said that he was on a gravel road between two towns. Brandon told the operator that he had no cell service, and that he was going to try to walk to a nearby gas station to get some gas for his truck. The operator told him that it was unsafe to walk along that road, because it was very rural and there was almost no traffic, but Brandon insisted and hung up. About 10 minutes later, he called his parents. His dad, Kevin, answered the phone, and Brandon told him that his car had broken down. He said that he was on the side of the road, and that he was going to start walking towards the city lights. Brandon's dad told him that he was too worried about him, and that he would be fine as long as he walked along the road where there was streetlights. Brandon agreed and said that he would be fine. The call ended and Kevin went back to bed. But a few minutes later, Brandon called his parents again. This time, his mom, who was asleep, picked up the phone. Brandon said that he was sorry to wake her up, but he needed to ask her for some money. Their phones didn't connect well, so Brandon repeated himself several times. Then suddenly, Brandon shouted, "OSH*T", and the line went dead. Mom and Dad instantly panicked. They couldn't believe that Brandon would be swearing, and they had no idea what had happened. When Kevin picked up the phone and called Brandon back, the call went straight to voicemail. At this point, he knew something was wrong. He called the police and told them that his son had called him, saying that his car had broken down. The police told Kevin that they would send someone out to look for Brandon, but it would be in the morning, because it was the middle of the night and most of the officers were asleep. Kevin didn't want to wait until morning. He got into his truck and started driving around looking for his son. At first, he looked along the road where Brandon had been walking, but he didn't see anything. Then he started looking in the ditches along the road, just in case Brandon had fallen in. After driving around for hours, he found his son's truck on the side of the road, just like Brandon had described. But there was no sign of Brandon anywhere. When the police arrived at the scene, they found out that Brandon had never made it to the gas station. They also learned that he had never been reported missing. The last place anyone had seen him was on a gravel road in the middle of nowhere. And when they searched the area, they found his wallet, his keys, and his cell phone. But they found no sign of Brandon. His family never gave up hope. They organized search parties and handed out flyers. And 10 years later, they're still holding on to hope that he will be found. To this day, his parents wonder what happened to him. Did he get into an accident and run away, or did someone kidnap him? They may never know the answer. What do you think happened to Brandon? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching.